York's classic rock, Q1043.
Very excited to welcome Aaron Glenn, head coach of the New York Jets, to our show.
Woo!
Coach, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Good morning.
Looking at the Jets website, they're welcoming you back. I mean, this is one of their own coming back to the New York Jets. You were their first round pick.
Yeah.
Texas A&M in 1994, 121 games you played for the New York Jets, 24 interceptions, tied for fourth in franchise history. And you're the only Jet with two 100-yard plays to his credit.
I'm happy to be back. Actually, this will be my third stint back here with the Jets. Again,
You were a scout for a while, right? You were a scout.
I was a scout for a while. I did that for like 3 or 4 years. And now coming back as a head coach is very exciting.
Well, I imagine it would be. And you're coming to the Jets from the best team in the NFL.
Well, we didn't win the Super Bowl, so
no, you didn't. You didn't.
We had the best record. I would say that.
Yeah, well, that 27-7 for the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
And this year 15-2, and you lost 5 starters, and you were able to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a whirlwind defensively, because not only did we lose 5 starters, but we also lost like 6 backup players also. So the thing is, our guys played hard. They played fast. They understand what the objective was. And overall, as a team, that's one thing that I would say that our head coach did a really good job of making sure we played complementary football, which offense, defense, special team all played together.
Coach, you have to understand, Jim Kerr the Detroit Lions have a forever part of his heart. I mean, forever, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, because I grew up in Detroit. And the thing is, Jets fans and Lions fans have a lot in common with one another. They are loyal. They are there every single year, year after year after year after year. You go back. They're not just the fans who show up when the team is winning. They're committed to it. I mean, look at our boss is a Jets fan. You know what he's like.
Yeah.
He lives and dies for the New York Jets. And, last season, it was kind of sucky, but that didn't change the love for the Jets that the Jets fans have. You know what I mean?
Man, that's what makes it so exciting. Being in Detroit for 4 years, our first year we were 3-13-1. The following year we started out 1-6, and everything clicked for us. And we went 8-2 in those last 10 games. Ended up being the end of that year 9-8. We actually was about to play for the playoffs in that last game. Then the year after that, we went 12-5, and this year 15-2. So there are some comparisons when it comes to the Jets and the Lions. Listen, we expect to go there and compete. Our guys know exactly what the objective is, and we're gonna do a really good job of that.
Well, Dan Campbell is a former Detroit Lions player and became head coach, and you're a former Jets player, and now you're the head coach. Yeah. There's got to be some sort of, I don't know, almost indescribable emotional thing that you would feel inside as a member of the team, as a Jets player, to step into that role as head coach. I mean, it's not just like getting another great job. I mean, it goes beyond that.
There's so many memories I've had as a player and as a scout. So obviously when this job came open, this was the only job I was actually targeting to be a part of as a head coach. So listen, there's an emotional part of this, but there's also, man, the fans deserve a winner here. I think it's been 14 years since the playoffs and whatnot, but I'm looking forward to doing the same thing that we did in Detroit, of turning this franchise into a winner. And the most important thing is making it sustainable. We don't want to go in and be a one-time playoff team, a two-time playoff team. Listen, we want to do this year after year. So that's the expectations.
So there were 16 candidates interviewed. So there was a lot of competition for this job.
Well, I would tell you this. I was only focused on one, and that was me. And my job was to come in and make sure I let Woody just go through the process, him and Christopher, and let those guys know, listen, I want this job. It's the reason why I was made for this job. And I'm looking forward to getting with all the players to make sure we push forward.
Now, you were a high school football star. Did you know at that moment that the career that you wanted to pursue was football?
I knew since Pee Wee football there was a career that I was going to choose. So I started playing at 7 years old. I can still tell you the name of the team I played for. I played for the Oklahoma Sooners in flag football, and at that point, I knew that football was going to be a huge part of my life.
Coach, there were such high expectations for the Jets from last season. People were so disappointed. Give some words of inspiration and hope to Jets Nation.
Listen, you guys said it early when we were talking. The Jets fans are loyal. The Jets fans are always going to be there. Now it's our time to show up, and the players understand that and they know that. So we will show up, and we won't just show up this coming year. We'll show up year after year after year. So I can't tell you exactly what these scores are going to be, but I'll tell you what, we're going to compete our ass off every time we go out. I know that.
All right. You are now a contemporary of Pete Carroll.
You know what? It's Pete Carroll is probably one of my closest friends. Obviously, he drafted me. I was his first draft pick as a head coach in '94. I think that year we went 8-8, and he was fired after that. For some odd reason, I don't know, because I think he's a hell of a coach. But listen, Pete's going to do a really good job with the Raiders.
But how happy are you that you're not facing the Raiders at all this season?
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care who we face.
There you go.
Our job is to go play football.
It's one thing to have friends.
When it comes to the game.
Yes. So you're going to have to relocate, I guess.
Yep.
Find a place in New Jersey.
Yep.
The Jets facility is like football utopia.
Listen, this is a beautiful, beautiful building. Listen, Woody and Christopher did a magnificent job giving the players everything they need to be successful. Now it's our job to go out there and get it done on the field. And again, once we all get together, the players will know that. The coaching staff that'll be coming in, they're going to do a hell of a job getting these guys ready to play. It is my job to make sure that I just galvanize everybody in this building and just have a change of thought process. And that thought process is about winning. I've been a part of winning for the last 9 years of my career as a coach, and I expect to do the same thing here.
And you played also as player for Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville, and New Orleans. So you've worked with a lot of coaches. Do you have any special coach that you put on a pedestal as having been the most inspirational in your own personal journey?
Listen, there's a number of coaches that's helped me get to this point. I mean, obviously the number one coach is Bill Parcells, who actually came to the Jets. I think it was '97. And man, he totally flipped the mentality of the players, of the staff, and of the fans also, because we became a winner at that time. I think our first year, we were 10-6 or 9-7. We were actually fighting for the playoffs against Detroit the last game of the season in '97. And obviously the year after that, we went to the championship game and we actually lost to Denver. So Bill Parcells is a huge part of that. Sean Payton played a huge part of my development. Al Groh, who was actually the head coach here with the Jets, played a huge part of it. And obviously Dan Campbell did also.
Okay, well, we are certainly looking forward to your tenure. Shelley, you have any? Shelley's
one more question. Coach Aaron Glenn, is there a classic rock song we can play for you before every Jets game to get you stoked?
Well, I'm pretty stoked no matter what. So
you don't need a song?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to take music to get me ready to play. And the players will find that out really, really soon. I'm sure you guys probably already know that just from the way that I operate. So I'm really self-motivated. We're going to get players here that's going to be self-motivated. And listen, I'm looking forward to going out there this season. So it doesn't matter what you play. Our guys are going to be ready to play.
Well, congratulations to you, Coach, and welcome home. And we're certainly looking forward to an exciting season for the New York Jets.
Yes.
Well, it will be an exciting season still. That's what you can look forward to.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning. And we no doubt will see more of you as time goes by. The head coach of the New York Jets, Aaron Glenn, here at Q104.3. It's 8:15.
Thank you.
New York's classic rock, Q104.3.